Welcome to the channel, 831 Novo. Today back again in Adams Ridge, Santa Cruz Mountains, Los Gatos, California, for the in-ground planting of a Phoenix. Phoenix is what Epicenter Avocados calls the Carmen. So Phoenix, Carmen, Mendez, Mejorado, all the same variety, I want to believe. So today we're dropping the sleeve in ground. It's gonna go half mounded up, mixing native with Pride Lands potting soil, Pride Lands compost free, and this is the native. Somewhat clay, but it seems to be like softening it up. So blend it 50-50. Paint the tree. Mulch. That's native mulch from a tree that was cut down. And then since we're outside of this little gardening corral, we're throwing the half shaded 2x4 fence panel. So at the retail nursery that I work at, I recommended the gem yet last year, and then they came in the sleeves, and a lot of people dropped those in ground and it wasn't very good. They weren't very successful. I got a lot of feedback that they died. So if you're not gonna soften up the soil, I would recommend that you up pot. A sleeve into, I've dropped the sleeves into the 15. I don't go a sleeve into a 5 because they end up being the same height. And I really want the roots to grow down. So if I do have to up pot that, I would drop that in a 15 with straight up Pride Lands compost free potting soil. I've gotten pretty successful. I feel pretty confident. Somewhat gonna baby it. I'm painting it, I'm mulching it, and then the fence paneling, so I know it's gonna be good, even though it's pretty hot up here in the mountains. And then eventually, it's already lined out, but the corral is getting pulled out. It's coming out this way, the fence. Let's go. I'm already mocked up with the hole, with the cage in the hole, and now I'm gonna blend, throw a bag on top of the native, and then turn it several times over to thoroughly blend it. Let's go. First step, I'm painting the tree. Painting the tree with Go Natural paint, tree trunk brown. Very little water, and it's gonna be like one glob of paint. Let's see if I can do this. Ooh, one glob of paint worth of brush, maybe two. But yeah, very little paint is what I'm trying to say. So you gotta take a look. It's painted, somewhat translucent, and that's okay. Now we blend the soil. I'm throwing a bag on top of the native. Once again, that was one bag of Pride Lands premium potting soil. Take a look. This is my favorite soil. And now we're gonna turn it several times over and see how it looks. And that's one bag, and it's pretty fluffy now, but there's still some clay and things can recompact. So I'm going for the second bag. That's the second bag on top, and now again, flip it several times over and cut into large clumps, break them down. And we're actually really good, but since it's in a long planter sleeve, once again, we're kind of babying it. I really want to soften up the soil, make it very easy for it to, for the roots to penetrate. And so I'm dropping the third bag, why not? Let's go. All right, this is it. Now we're really soft. Let's go, we're filling up the hole. We're dropping the tree in the hole with the liner. And then I'm removing the long planter sleeve last. All right, first fill the hole. And with the cage, I'm actually like 5 or 6 inches deeper. It's kind of being held up by a couple of high spots. But I'm actually 5 or 6 at the middle. I'm like 5 or 6 inch deeper. So first step, fill the hole. And then now we present the tree, the avocado tree. Once again, the Mendez, Mejorado, Phoenix, still in the sleeve. And then we're gonna fill around it. Fill around it. Easy, I'm just dragging all the soil down. All right, check it out. Mounded up, half mounded up, so it's half buried, half mounded up. And in the mound, it's shaped. Built-in caldera right here to catch the water. And now we're gonna feed. Now we're gonna feed Dr. Earth Fruit Tree Fertilizer 552. 1 scoop. Definitely more than a cup, but they're heavy eaters. And this is top dressed. Organic matter. So you're safe. Scratch that in. Scratch that in. Some of these native rocks, check it out. They're pretty brittle. And they probably contain some good mineral. So let's just sprinkle some of those on top. And now we're pulling the sleeve. Check out the roots, definitely time. And next up is mulch. Just gonna drop 2 of those carts right on top of the mound. That's 1. Let me run another one. Another wheelbarrow load. And then about to drop the second load on the right side. So there it is, heavily mulched. 4 to 5 inches. And now we water. Now when you first introduce a tree, you might want to water like 2 or 3 times a week. There's never been a lot of water here, so it will definitely get siphoned away. It'll get sucked out. So yeah, sometimes when you plant a new tree and it starts to hurt, it's because all the water got siphoned away. So make sure that you come in and water pretty thoroughly. Either deep water the first time or do several lighter waterings 2 or 3 times a week. And then we're gonna throw the half shaded fence panel around it. But before we're gonna do that, we're gonna pinch it. Let me take you in. So check it out. It's already multilateral, branched out, but we want to encourage that. And so you're just gonna hold it and twist without touching the wound. So kind of lightly hold it. Bam, there it is. This is what came off. That's the pinch. I could have gone lighter, but this is good. Now we're gonna protect it. And there it is. I'm using kind of like these long sticks as lawn staples. So it's gonna like intersecting all around, kind of catching the bottom of it. And then I clipped it shut with binder clips. Clipped it shut on the back end. I'm gonna close it up properly back there. And we're done. Quick walk around, clipped shut on that back end. Right there. But yeah, it's gonna do good. Once again, this was a Carmen, aka Mendez, aka Mejorado, Adams Ridge, Santa Cruz Mountain, Los Gatos, California. Next up is gonna be some maintenance, some deflowering, and then some feeding. Quick little yard tour. Quick little yard walkthrough on how things are doing. This is a Haas. This is getting the mulch peeled, fed, and scratched in. But for the sake of keeping the video short, I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna do it and do it without demonstrating. My phone overheats out here and I lose the footage sometime. So this is the Haas. Letting it do its thing, keeping the flower. Maybe after the vegetative growth pushes past those flowers, maybe a pinch test. But for now, just the feeding. And this is a lamb Haas. Lamb Haas. This is gonna be a pinch, which I'm doing now. And a feeding. Again. Peeling back the mulch. And it's gonna be fruit tree fertilizer, Dr. Earth's fruit tree fertilizer. And then this is a Haas tucked in the corner, heavily shaded by this apricot tree that I multi-grafted. It made it into a multi-graft by grafting some pluots. On this one, I'm pruning against the apricot and favoring the pluots. This is another one over here. Good graft. And then this one suffered some dieback, so it was the natural prune. It's just gonna get the feeding. Another good graft right here, but overpowered by the host tree. So we're gonna see if we can get this to push harder by deselecting some of these apricot. But check out this monster graft right here. This one's doing good. Look, big long shoots coming off of this graft. But then also look at the caliber. Look at the caliber of that graft. This is like the thickness of a marker. So this is pretty thick. This isn't pencil thick. This is pretty thick. Like I have 1, 2, 3 pencil thick shoots coming off of that one. So again, lightly selecting against that one. And then coming over the Zutano. It's on. It's blooming. We're gonna see what it wants to do. Maybe just a pinch test. Maybe just a pinch pruning. That's getting fed. This little Avocado, it's getting fed. Leaves look kind of spent, but every limb is pushing a new flush. And I've pinched this before, so we're just gonna feed it. And now on the gem. The gem is getting deflowered. And then we're taking off the fruit. Check it out for people who doubted whether we can get fruit up here in the Santa Cruz Mountains. There's fruit set. And the variety is gem. But again, this was planted in ground as a sleeve. And I wouldn't want it to fruit itself to death. So the flower's coming off. And I'm pinching it. Let me show you other trees. This is the corral right here. And then this right here, another good graft onto a peach tree that has the peach leaf curl. So that's the flavor grenade, good graft. Another flavor grenade right here, I doubled up on it just to make sure that it takes. And then on the opposite side of this, we have, here we go, a picotum. So the Bella Gold picotum, and then we needed its pollinator. So both of those got plugged into this peach tree that has the curl. So over time they might select against the peach because they don't like the curl. Now let me walk you over to other avocado trees outside of this little garden corral. So this is the Gwen that I planted recently. It was a 5. It's loaded. It's loaded. See those twin BBs right there? So again, Santa Cruz Mountains, Adams Ridge. The Gwen and the Gem are a go. Another one right there. See those? So that's, and next up is a Zutano. It's an on year super bloom, check it out. I'm just gonna feed. Little Avocado. Little Avocado, this is originally a 15. Little Avocado via Capulin Nursery. Again, we can expect this to have fruit set. It's held once before, big fruit. And then over here, a Hass. A Hass right here, just a pinch. Just a pinch. Mulched, peeled back, and fed. Thank you very much for watching. That was a quick avocado yard walkthrough. Once again, Adams Ridge, Santa Cruz Mountains. Check out the view. Check out the view. You can see the ocean. Santa Cruz Mountains, Los Gatos, California. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.